not really sure how I want the upload schedule to be for my YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna play it by ear and let's just go with it. So today I wanted to do a storytime video, and I wanted to make my storytime videos sort of education related, kind of university related, because that's sort of the direction I want to take with this channel. I thought maybe it was a good idea for me to do a storytime video about the time I went from my Cambridge interview. So a little backstory. Well, I'm applying to Cambridge to study human, social and political science with a focus in sociology. I've always really liked the social sciences. I really liked studying social issues and like studying people, but I wasn't really much of a science person. Well, that's a lie. I was pretty good at science in school. I didn't really like the humanities and the social sciences, sort of like a balance of the both, so why not go for it? It's like the best of both worlds. So yeah, I was like looking through universities that were really strong for the social sciences and sociology in particular. According to the league tables in the UK, Cambridge was like #1. Well, I think it's still #1 now, and was #1 before. So that sort of like informed my decision. And then from there I went onto the website, looked at the course structure for HSPS, and I really liked the course structure because you got to do like a bunch of different subjects in first year and then specialize in second and third year. So I got to do like a broad range of different subjects, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then I followed a bunch of YouTubers, Cambridge vloggers, who made a lot of videos about their life in Cambridge and what's it like studying in Cambridge. It looked so cool, it looked so amazing, and I just fell in love with the university. The YouTubers I'm talking about are Wright and Gabrielle. I will link their channels in the description so you can check them out. They're really awesome and they're really cool people. Anyways, I also follow an advice blog about Cambridge applications called askacambridgestudent on Tumblr. They're really cool people. You should definitely check them out if you're thinking of applying to Cambridge. They give really good advice, and it's because of them that I am here now. So, what was the application process like for me? I had to apply through something called UCAS, which is like this service organization website kind of thing, where everyone has to send their applications in if you want to study in the UK. You have to write a personal statement, which is like an essay about yourself and why you want to study the subject. Then you have to get references from your school, and you have to give predicted grades for any exams you have not taken yet. So that sort of put a lot of pressure on me to perform well in my mock exams. So I needed to meet the entry requirement of 40 to 42, 776 at high level, just so that I could be considered. Well, you don't have to meet the entry requirements to be considered for interview, but it was just sort of like a security thing for me. And I got predicted 43 overall, 776 at high level, and I was like, yes, I think I can do this. I can do this. Oh my god. And then I literally wrote my personal statement in 5 days. Most people take months working on my personal statement, but I was like, I need to send this in now, and it's as good as it's gonna get. And I sent it in. Apparently it was good enough for them, and that's good enough for me. I also had to get really good references from my school. Oh yes, before I forget, I had to like send in samples of written work. So I sent in my IB extended essay, and I sent in my psychology internal assessment, so my psychology coursework. Those were my 2 pieces of written work that I had to send to the college I was applying to in Cambridge, which was King's College. So there was a little bit of a mix-up in the mail, and long story short, they sort of lost the cover sheets for my written work, and the cover sheets were a really important part of the application. And I got an email from them saying, oh, we haven't really received a cover sheet, or where they at? I was like, oh my god. I had to email them like a scanned copy of my cover sheet just so that they could put something in my file. And I was just like, okay. Oh my god, it's like, it was literally 2 weeks late, and they were like, we can't really guarantee anything because it's so late into the application process. I was like, oh god. I was like literally freaking out, and I was like, I'm never gonna get in. I'm never gonna get in, you know? All my bullies in middle school were right. I am a stupid idiot. The morning I got my interview invitation, I was literally sitting on the toilet bowl, just woken up. I was checking my emails, and I saw that I got an email from Cambridge. I was like, oh my god, guys, this is my rejection email. I knew this was gonna happen. I opened it, and suddenly I was just like, this is such a weird looking invitation email. Why the hell would they give me a schedule for my interview? It took me 5 seconds to realize, oh my god, I got an interview to Cambridge. And so fast forward a few weeks, 6th of December, I'm in the UK with my family. Me, my younger sister, and my oldest sister are at King's Cross, and we're taking a 6 o'clock train to Cambridge, from London to Cambridge. Literally, the train ride was so stressful because you could literally see so many Cambridge applicants in that train preparing for the interview, and you're just like, I'm not doing enough, I need to read something. And so I was literally reading my let me see if I can find it. So I was literally reading this. I don't know if you can see it, the sociology book. That literally was my Bible for the interview, because it gave me a brief overview, all the important social theories, all the important sociological thinkers, and just stuff like that. And so that really helped me a lot in my interview. And basically I spent all the time in the train just reading my synod essay, reading my psychology coursework, reading my personal statement, just to make sure I know what to say. I can sort of like anticipate what the interviewers want from me. Okay, so we got to Cambridge, and I was like, you know what, it'll be a good idea to walk to King's College, you know, experience the city. What's it gonna be like living here, you know, for like 3 years? Big mistake, because it was literally like 0 to 1 degrees, and I had like, what, 3 layers of clothing, and we're just walking and freezing and sweating at the same time. Not a good feeling. I got there, said goodbye to my sisters, got into King's College, which looked like a freaking castle. Not gonna lie, it's so old and rustic and pretty. Walked into the bar where there's like the interview help desk, and there was this American girl, and she was like, hi, can I help you? And I was like, I just could not articulate anything. And she was like, can I see your interview invite? So I gave her my invitation. She pointed out where I need to go to, what time my interview started, and just like general stuff like that. And she just looks at me and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just walked all the way from the station. And she was like, wow. And mind you, it's a 30-minute walk from Cambridge Station to King's College. And I was just like, cool. So I sat down at the bar, read my trusty book again, and then she comes up to me and she's like, are you okay? Because you told me you walked all the way from the station. And at this point, it was not an are you okay in the physical sense, but rather an are you okay in the mental sense, as to why would you do this to yourself? And I was just like, yeah, I'm good. And at that point, I was just, all the blood drained from my face, and I was just sweating so much. Then I had to go into the interview reading room, where I had to do my pre-reading for my interview. My pre-reading was an essay I wrote for the human, social and political science admissions assessment. And so I was reading through my essay, and I thought to myself, this is such a crap essay, because I did not prepare for the exam. I did not prepare for anything, because literally I had to take the entrance exam the first day my IB exam started. So I just could not prepare for anything. Wow, there's just a lot of background noise. I really apologize for this. I read through it and I was just like, this is actually not that bad. It's pretty half decent. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Just reading it, and there's this girl next to me, right? She was just like making charts, you know, writing all these mind maps, highlighting every single word, making sure, like, she literally had stacks of paper next to her, all filled with notes. And I thought to myself, wow, this is a bad day to forget my pencil case. I literally had to walk up to like the student volunteer that's like at the desk in front of the pre-reading room, and I was like, can I borrow a pencil? And literally, there were so many people in suits. So many people showed up in suits, like tailor-made suits, slicked back hair, and I'm just like there rocking up in my H&M jumper, being like, sup everybody. And so I just felt so out of place. But the good thing about King's College is that there's a lot of you know, if you know what I mean. So I didn't feel that out of place. I went to the interview room to start my interview, and I got lost a bit because it was really big, and just I had no idea where anything was or where everything was, and I was just like, what is this place? What? And so I entered like what looked like a castle-like courtyard, and I walked up what looked like a dungeon tower with like a spiral staircase, and I was just like, this Harry Potter, I am in Hogwarts. What the actual hell? And so I got up to like where my interview room was supposed to be, and I was just like sitting there, And then my interviewer, he opened the door and was like, "Are you Ashley?" I was like, "Yes." He's like, "We're ready for you now." So I walked in expecting like really cool like Dumbledore office kind of thing from Harry Potter. No, it's literally like a regular office. Any regular office at any regular school. And I'm like, well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Little bit of a juxtaposition, but I'm cool with that. I get in and they notice that I'm really sweaty and they ask me, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I walked all the way from the station, and they're like, "Wow, you make so much effort, you know, walking all the way from the station, flying all the way from Australia." And I was just like in my head, you talk a lot about effort. Does this count towards my interview? Am I gonna get in? So we start the interview, and to break the ice, the interviewer, he asked me, "So what do you think is the most like important thing, you know, in international politics today?" And I was like, "Trump is gonna start World War III. Definitely broke the ice there. And so we had this like conversation about the US election and stuff like that, and it was pretty interesting, pretty cool. It really challenged me to think a lot. And then we went on to the general questions in the interview. They asked me questions based on the essay I was reading for my pre-read, and they asked me some of the most crazy questions. Like, these were questions on like topics I knew fairly well about, but they just make you feel so stupid by the end of it. You go in feeling so prepared, and you come out feeling like just nothing. But yeah, I tried. You know, the thing with the Cambridge interview is not about getting the answers right, but just trying and like thinking out loud. Make sure you're like thinking out loud, make sure you're like really articulating or like verbalizing everything you need to say, everything you have to say, because they just want to look at how you think and how passionate you're about your subject. So that's what the interview was sort of like. And it came to a point where he asked me this question, and I was like, and I gave him this answer, and he was just like, "But you know, what about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, but what about this?" It was just like this huge, like really long drawn out tennis match of just like, I'm giving you an answer, but you're finding all the flaws in it, and now I feel like an idiot. I'm really sorry. I don't want to waste your time anymore. And so we got out the interview. I was feeling like, okay, you know what? That wasn't too bad, but at the same time, that wasn't excellent. You know, it could have gone really well, or there could have been just the utter crap of like all interviews. Just, I don't know what I don't know how to describe it. It's just so hard to judge these things. It just came out of it, and I was just like, yeah, it happened. It actually happened. So that's the story of my Cambridge interview. Not really much of a climax or anything, really. Side note, today's the 11th of January, and no, today's the 10th of January. On the 12th of January, King's College will be releasing their offers for all the applicants. So 2 days from now, I'll find out whether or not Cambridge is considering me. And on August of this year, I'll find out if they have a place for me. Because if you've watched my previous video, you definitely know I have not met the typical entry requirement of 40 to 42 776 higher level. I think we both know that. I did not meet that. So it's just gonna be just a truckload of anxiety for these 2 days. And if I do get an offer, it's just months of anxiety, which I'm not looking forward to. But you know, I got this far, why not? So thanks for watching, and I don't know when I'm gonna upload next, but hopefully I'll make another video soon. I haven't really decided my upload schedule. Just playing this by ear, and hopefully you don't leave my channel because I need you guys.